I want to give you a little background behind the Hot Dog Bandit story if you're not already familiar with it. So, the beginning of 2021 season, a few of us were in a hotel room. My wife Jules and Nate Sexton and I needed to get some more ink for my big Jerm stamp. Because a thing that I do for my friends is I stamp the bottom of their discs when they ask me to. Well, I ran out of ink, so I went to the closest craft store, and they didn't have my ink, but they did have this 4-pack of a hamburger, French fries, a slice of pizza, and a hot dog. So I brought those back to the hotel room. I showed Jules and Nate my new purchase, and it was actually Nate's idea to ditch the other stamps, single out the hot dog, and just stamp people's discs with the hot dog. And in that meeting, we kind of came up with the idea of kind of doing it anonymously and seeing how long it would take until it really caught notice from people, like, why is my disc stamped with a hot dog? Well, the very first person I stamped immediately made it a big deal. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better first target. That was Eric Oakley. I got his disc. He saw it in the round and he said, "Jeremy, did you do this?" And I looked at the bottom of his disc. I already had a big Jerm stamp on it. And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You did the hot dog?" And I said, "The hot dog? What are you talking about?" And he said, "There's a hot dog stamped on my disc." And I ran over there, completely playing fool. And I saw the stamp, and I was like, I have no idea where that came from. And he bought it hook, line, and sinker, and he became my #1 supporter for me not being the Hot Dog Bandit, which was crucial because I had a lot of fingers pointed at me early on. Anyways, it just became a thing. I started stamping other pros discs, and it just it was just like wildfire, honestly. Eric Oakley is wildfire. When he gets onto something, he gets really passionate about it, and he even stated that day, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to find out who the Hot Dog Bandit is. I'm pretty sure Eric coined the term Hot Dog Bandit. Shortly after, I think it was a couple weeks later, we were in Waco, Texas, and his wife, Tina Oakley, produced the very first documentary of who is the Hot Dog Bandit. And that was really what brought credibility to this stupid prank that was meant to be a very small thing. And then it became like widely known. So the hot dog thing, it was supposed to be a fun thing. It turned into something way more fun than I could have ever imagined, way bigger than any one of us could have ever imagined. And the anonymity of it all really was a lot of fun for Nate and Jules and I to call each other up and to share stories about who I just got most recently, how long it would take before they had announced, like, I'm the next victim. A lot of people never came forward because they didn't want to give credibility to this sneakster. But you know who you are out there. I got you. We both know. Then later on, there were duplicates. There were some copycat stampers. And I know that they were copycat stampers because obviously I didn't stamp theirs, but also because I stamped everyone's with royal purple and they were getting people with black. And that was the sign if you got stamped by the true Hot Dog Bandit.